Hi, welcome to iCollect. I'm Thomas. This is the channel that we showcase all kinds of collectors and their collections. So, which collector and what collection are we featuring? Well, I suppose quite a lot of you must have had some point in time had one of his collections in your hand playing it. And this collector has collected a lot. So let's go and find out what collection it is.
Hi, my name is Tony and I collect Nintendo Game & Watch.
Hi Tony, thanks for showing us your extensive collection of Nintendo Game & Watch. Now, obviously you're a big fan, otherwise, you won't be collecting them. Now, perhaps you tell me what got you started collecting Nintendo Game & Watch?
Well, I started collecting it after buying it firstly as a present for my wife's birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
So basically I bought her the Octopus
okay.
and the Popeye. These were childhood games, right? So basically we used to play it in the 1980s. We didn't have a lot of money then as a kid, so these are very precious in those days. How I started collecting, it was 4 years ago. That was
and you managed to collect so many already?
Over time, yeah, slowly but surely. Basically, these were games that were beyond the reach of school kids' allowance at that time, right? So what we could do at that time was bring a game like this, one game, bring it to school, exchange it with another kid who has a game, right? So that way we get to play different titles.
Okay.
So my first one was the Manhole. Brought it to school like after exams. It's a great time to play board games and stuff like that. But those who had Nintendo Game & Watch, basically we just pass it around. It's the equivalent to car sharing these days. Game & Watch sharing at that time.
Yes. And it's very portable, right?
It's very portable. But in those days, the games were all very simple, single screen games. Of course, as they improve on their technology, they came up with the double screens, increased the complexity of the game, and also added some color to it later on.
Okay. So Tony, actually I heard someone actually call you a Nintendo surgeon. How did that name come about?
Okay, you know what a surgeon does, right?
Yes.
Basically, what they do is surgery, they replace parts, but human parts. So what I do is, for a lot of people in Singapore, they have got games that were damaged because of high humidity, heat. Right? The screen is the first thing to go, or maybe the buttons are not working. So what I do is I search for donor games, dismantle those games, so-called donor games, and then take the parts, transplant it into the non-working games that people want to save. Right? Usually it's very sentimental to them because it's a gift from their parents when they were younger, so they don't care how much it costs to replace it because that unit itself is very precious to them.
Okay. So Tony, amongst your collection, is there a particular model that is you would consider is very rare? Or is there one that is you would consider very special? And I'm sure that you have a favorite one.
So the rare ones would be games like this Panorama color. It's the Mickey Mouse and the Donkey Kong Circus. Right. Basically, they have the same gameplay, trying to juggle, not to catch the fireball, not catch the batons that they use in the circus, right? So it's just a very simple game, unlike the Donkey Kong Jr., which is my favorite game. Right now, I move on to my favorite game. This is the Donkey Kong Jr. It's a lot more complex. All in one screen. You have to avoid carnivorous birds from attacking you. You have to going up and down, sinking umbrellas. So this is one of my favorite games because all packed into one game. You've got all this complexity. And the special one I would consider is the Manhole. Alright, this is a single screen Gold Series edition, and this was the very first game that I was introduced to as an upper primary school student at that time, and it didn't even belong to me because that was Dad's. He paid about 40 to 50 Sing dollars for it at that time. So in the 80s, it's very expensive. No student can buy that, right?
So if I were to ask you, I'm sure that you're still collecting, and is there one particular model that you find it very difficult to find?
There's one particular one. it's not that difficult to find. It's just very costly, and
I see.
I'm not willing to pay that price for it.
Okay.
So it's called the egg game. So
Okay.
it's very similar to this Mickey Mouse eggs. Basically, Mickey Mouse is there trying to catch the eggs with a basket before they
Okay.
land on the ground and crack. The other version of it is exactly the same. It's just that instead of Mickey Mouse, it's a wolf.
Okay.
Wolf stealing the eggs.
All
Mickey
right.
Mouse saving the eggs. Right?
Okay.
So that one is very expensive because at that time, when Nintendo created the Wolf game, they were waiting for the license to use for
Mickey Mouse. Okay.
Right. So when they finally got the license, they went full production, right, for Mickey Mouse. So Mickey Mouse, there were a lot of units in the market. Wolf, they stopped producing.
Hence,
Hence, it became very rare.
Okay,
right? So
okay.
this is a very collector's item. Egg, you mentioned egg, is something which every collector aims to collect.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this episode of iCollect on Tony's collection of Nintendo Game & Watch. We hope you enjoy watching it. And do hit the like button if you liked today's episode. As usual, we would appreciate it if you could share our video and subscribe to iCollect. If you have a collection that you would like to share with our audience, please get in touch with us via this email address below. And to the next episode of iCollect, of another collector, another great and unique collection. This is Thomas, signing out. Bye-bye.